please stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome back, Tornadoes. This is CTN, a Clearwater Digital Media production. Today is Tuesday, January 7th, our first show this year. My name is Payson Evans. Today we have your latest school, local, and national news. So stay tuned because CTN starts now. In your headline news, U.S. officials brace for Iran to respond to the killing of its most powerful general, noting heightened military readiness in the country and preparing for a possible revenge attempt on the life of an American military commander. They warned ships across Middle East waterways crucial to global energy supplies about the, quote, possibility of Iranian action against U.S. maritime interests in the region. President Donald Trump ordered the January 2nd strike against General Qasem Soleimani, the head of Iran's elite Quds force, after the death of an American contractor in Iraq. Now, amid massive demonstrations of Iran's public mourning period for Soleimani and a state TV report of a deadly stampede at his funeral, officials believe the next steps by America's longtime foe will determine the ultimate course of the latest crisis. While officials say American intelligence isn't clear on whether Iran's latest military moves are designed to bolster Tehran's defense or prepare for an offensive strike, the U.S. is continuing to reinforce its own positions in the region, including repositioning some forces. One official said the U.S. anticipated a, quote, major attack of some type within the next day or two. In your local news, SpaceX launched 60 more mini-internet satellites late Monday, this time testing a dark coating to appease stargazers. It's a, quote, first-step compromise between SpaceX and astronomers fearful of having dark skies spoiled by hundreds and eventually thousands of bright satellites circling overhead. The Falcon 9 rocket blasted into a cold, clear night sky recycled by SpaceX for its fourth flight. As the first-stage booster flew to a vertical landing on an ocean platform, the Starlink satellites continued hurtling towards orbit to join 120 similar spacecraft launched last year. Flight controllers applauded, and the launch commentator described the booster's fourth touchdown as, quote, awesome. An hour later, all 60 satellites were free of their upper stage and making their way into orbit. Quote, it's a beautiful sight, the commentator observed after the first Starlink batch of 60 was launched in May and the second in November. Astronomers then had complained how the bright satellite chain was hampering their observations. In response, SpaceX came up with a darkening treatment to lessen reflectivity. The coating is being tested on one of the newly launched satellites. Now to Isaac with your school news.
Thank you, Payson. I'm Isaac Weiser with your school news. Track and field practice is after school and we'll meet at the track at 2:15 p.m. for all that are interested. If you have any questions, please see Coach Zeron in Pod 10. The Clearwater Tornadoes boys basketball team took first place in the Wayne Gandy Holiday Tournament. The following week, the Tornadoes took first place at the Sunbash Tournament. Congratulations to the team and Coach Foote. Keep up the great job. Tonight, the Tornadoes are back in action in a PCAC game versus Eastlake at Eastlake High School. JV's tip-off is 6:15 p.m. and varsity's 7:45 p.m. Now to Colin with this week's weather.
Hello, I'm Colin Carpenter with this week's weather. Today is chilly with a low of 48 and a high of 68. And on Tuesday, there will be a high of 71 and a low of 49. Wednesday's weather will have a high of 68 and a low of 53. Thursday and Friday, the weather warms up with a high of 76 on Thursday and a high of 80 on Friday, with lows in the 60s. Stay warm, Tornadoes. Now back to the desk.
If any students or teachers would like to have an announcement made on our show, please have your club sponsor or coach email us at cdmptv@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at CDMP Digital TV for a look back at some of this year's broadcasts. Check out the CDMP Clear Light running all day for new announcements. Thank you for watching CTN and have a great Tornado Day.